Welcome to episode 30. Oh, it's a Halloween episode of the Bach and Arthur podcast. Woo! Wait, no, I shouldn't be a ghost. I'm an alien for audio listeners. We're both aliens.
If we sound weird, it's because we've got big, green, freaky alien masks on. But it's a trick. It's actually Bach and Arthur underneath.
That's right. Those things were throbbing.
This is our first...
No, carry on.
Yeah. This is our first special episode. Because it's Halloween, everybody. Yay! Come on.
That's it. A bit more enthusiasm, guys. Look at the set. Take a look around. It's spooky.
For audio listeners, we've changed the backlight to orange. There's cobwebs everywhere, taken from yours truly's in between his legs, aka Batch.
Okay.
What else have we got?
Disrespectful. Also, can I just say, the lights are red, pal. We don't have orange on the set.
Yeah. But speaking of orange, in case you haven't already, we've got a pumpkin in between us.
Yes, which you just picked up from Sainsbury's.
Yeah, it was supposed to be...
Which is also orange. No wonder they're selling this thing.
For a great price. It should have turned on.
For a great price. But, it was £100.
But we couldn't turn it on. It doesn't turn on.
We got no concept of money for where our planet is from.
But that doesn't matter. So today coming up, we've got urban legends around the world.
What?
And we're turning it into a quiz. So Batch is going to have to figure more things out and get loads of things wrong.
Good thing my brain just doubled in size since putting this outfit on.
And good thing it's trebled in size, because afterwards you're going to walk us through the psychology of fear. Why do we love watching scary things? Why do we love getting scared? What's the point?
No. I've cancelled it.
We're going to be playing a little quiz called Trick or Treat, where we're going to find out what the worst trick or treat snack is ever. And we're gonna get pretty angry at this one.
Why are you deciding that now already?
No, because we already did a fake round one just to practice how good it was, and we got very angry.
Did we? What?
Then we've got a mythological battles. Because now we live in the same building. We met up and had a hot chocolate and planned this, and we did.
Yeah, that's true. Which it had cheesiness to it. That hot chocolate.
Yeah, it did have.
There was some little bit of cheese in that thing. I would say it was the milk was off. I would go as far as saying that.
And then we've got a mythological battle segment before finishing off on your submissions. You guys have sent in some scary, spooky, haunted stories.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Did you write vampire? Why'd you spell it like that? With a Y instead of an I.
It's coming up, no spoilers.
Really?
First up, urban legends from around the world.
Oh, around the world. We're talking every country in the world of all time ever, even the ones behind the ice wall. And there's 13 continents behind that thing. Including
a South American one.
Argos.
Which is a hint to episode 31.
Oh, nice one. Because, fun fact, we're from the future. We just filmed the episode 31 in our home planet in the future. And guess what? There was a guest with us.
There was, but come on. We couldn't do this first because we had to do the whole set. We've got face paint.
Yeah. Plus, we could of course upload this episode first, but no, we could of course upload this episode afterwards. But then we'd run into the issue of it not being Halloween and us looking a little bit stupid.
We're uploading this on Halloween, so happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy.
Unless
Halloween.
you're a worm, in which case you got it the day before on Wednesday. In which case, hope you're having a normal day. This is probably weird as hell for you. They're probably like we ran into a guy on the street.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh man, do you mind if I get a photo? You're hilarious. And we're like, "Thanks, man." And he goes, "I don't know what's up with the pumpkin though."
Yeah, he's like, "I don't know what's the crack with that." Because Arthur was just saying,
like, deadpan, seriously.
It's like he's never seen Halloween before.
It's like it's the 29th today. Like it's very close to Halloween. Wasn't that bizarre? Surely?
Yeah.
We weren't dressed like this, so maybe didn't give too much away.
Yes, we weren't. We had normal human clothes on. Well, I had normal human clothes on. You had what you usually dress in. And yeah, it threw him off a little bit.
So, are you ready for Halloween traditions and urban legends? Actually, not urban legends, just Halloween traditions around the world. How do they celebrate? Because everyone celebrates Halloween in a different way.
La cucaracha.
There's no...
Of course, la cucaracha.
Yeah, the cockroach.
Yeah, a popular tradition in Scotland. La cucaracha.
El día del cucaracha.
Anyway, I'm going to carry on with that, I don't think.
So...
I'm starting to think you're a skinwalker. I don't think you're Arthur anymore.
In the year 2000, Tokyo Disneyland hosted its first Halloween celebration. And since then, holiday...
False.
No, this is true. This is a preamble.
Oh.
Shut up.
Yes,
and since then, the holiday has grown in popularity across the country. Nowadays, Halloween is celebrated through street parties, parades, and home gatherings, with citizens showing off their creative skills through elaborate costumes, like the ones we're wearing. In case you're an audio listener, we've got...
This is not a labia costume. This is a normal This is an alien costume.
We've got these long black robes with like a blue pattern through the center with silver stripes either side and this big silver like wizard sleeve and necklace around us.
Necklace? This is a collar.
Collar, but like it goes all the way around.
Picture an alien lord who looks like Jacob Elordi and you've got me.
Yeah. We're like going collabs on a dictatorship here.
Yes, because I'm sort of I'm from the green tribe, you're from the blue tribe.
Yeah.
We come together?
Yeah.
Just shake my hand? No, I knew you guys had a problem with us.
Okay.
This is why I can't stand y'all.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
So yeah, like I was saying, street parties, parades, home gatherings, fancy costumes, great fun. However, perhaps the most unusual location for festivities in Japan takes place where? A.
In the butt.
Sake breweries. B. Shinto shrines. C. The monasteries. D. The trains. Or E. The Buddhist temples.
F.
What? There was no
That's
F.
a Halloween joke. It's dark humor. I would say... all right, the sake you said, right? Sake breweries.
Sake breweries.
Sack. They're drinking sack over there. They're brewing up sack.
That's offensive.
No, it's not. Sack. Okay, sack. I don't think it's that. I think you'd like to say that a lot.
What?
We are playing Jackbox and you put that as an answer. You just throw that into every quiz ever. Sack. So it's not that. The Shinto shrines?
Mm-hmm.
No, you just...
That was... you can't even sit in front of you. Fair enough. Yeah, well remembered.
Thanks. You just played Ghost of Tsushima. That's why.
Fukushima.
No, fuck
Okay.
you. The monasteries, I don't think so. I think it would be the trains. If you're saying the weirdest place that it happens, and it's not the butt, it's got to be the trains.
Buddhist temples?
Final answer. No, it's not the Buddhist temples. It's the trains.
You are correct. Way.
That was my
I
coldest
gave you
moment
5 options there. I'm actually surprised you did that one. So you are correct. The answer is D. Typically a quiet place to catch a ride, trains transform into places of celebration on October 31st with unique themes from zombies to vampires. How cool is that?
That's really cool, actually. Yeah, but where are they going? Where's everyone off to?
They could just stay there, or maybe they do go from city to city.
But then do the trains run as well? Or because I'd be a bit annoyed if I had somewhere to go on Halloween and everyone's just everyone's a zombie in the carriage.
3 hours later,
doing
the
fuck
party's
all.
still going and it hasn't left the station.
It's just
Or it's just doing another lap.
just walk in as zombies everywhere. You're like, fuck's sake.
You've got them on the Thames, don't you? So
Zombies.
For those of you who don't know, we live in London next to the River Thames, the greatest river in the world.
Just give our address.
3
For those of you
Thames
who
Street.
don't know, we're underground. We live in a
I'm
sewer.
bedroom 1, he's bedroom 3. Bedroom 2 is for the mole man that lives with us. He's very weird.
Okay.
No, we shouldn't speak about the mole man.
No, that's what he's told us specifically not to talk about.
Yeah,
on the
he hates
podcast.
being called the mole man as well.
Yeah, literally.
Okay,
It's
rodent
George.
boy.
We're talking about George.
But
Rodent boy.
they have them on the Thames where you sort of hop on a dock, jump on a boat,
Yeah.
go 2 hours one way, 2 hours back, and then undock again. And they're parties and they're really good fun.
That's not a train.
Speaking of Mole Man, aka George, he
Can't
for his
call him Mole Man.
podcast party, launch party, did a boat party.
Yes.
It was really good fun.
Yeah, I remember trying to sink it. Because I couldn't make it, so I just swam underneath the boat. I was poking holes in it.
Oh, you didn't make it? It was already made, the boat. Someone had made it like 20 years ago.
He couldn't contain his laughter. Wait, let me vlog this real quick. Okay, so Shot Corral was right. Next one.
You were right. You're really rarely right. Great alliteration from me in these. So congratulations. Good job. By the way,
That's not true.
In case you haven't seen it, I played a horror game called
No one's seen it.
Shinkansen Zero. And it takes place on Japanese bullet trains. And it is a genius game. Very scary, very tense. More of a psychological thriller. Go watch it after this episode if you haven't already.
Promo for his own channel real quick. Don't look at me like that. That's shameless. That is shameless. Go ahead. What else you got?
Guatemala.
Imagine. Oh, that's the next one.
See you wanna do.
And if you haven't already, he's got a video on Guatemala on his channel. You can go watch now.
Baba. No.
All right,
Anyway.
Ray Strummond.
Yeah. So in Guatemala, the Halloween period is celebrated with a colorful celebration known as the Barriletes Gigantes.
Yeah.
A festival held at the beginning of November to honor All Saints' Day and the Day of the Dead, also known as El Día de los Muertos.
On the 1st of November.
Yeah, the beginning of November.
But Halloween's on October the 31st.
So it's like a Halloween period, like, you know.
Halloween's had a period.
Congratulations!
Top.
Anyway, that's a surprise to you. Have you not seen the blood everywhere in Halloween? What do you think the fake blood is there to represent?
No, it's not.
It's the Halloween period.
Not the right colour. Anyway, no, control yourself. Come on, we got to move on quickly. We can't be talking about Halloween's period for too long.
That is a good one. That is a good.
He's writing that down.
The Halloween period. Central to the celebration is a 3,000-year-old tradition of doing what?
Twerking.
There's only 3 here, so you've got a 1 in 3 chance already. Crafting wooden resplendent quetzals.
Wait, wooden fucking what? Resplendent quetzal, like the big bird, prehistoric bird.
Resplendent quetzals.
What the
Resplendent quetzals. It's the
quetzal, the big bird.
The national animal of Guatemala.
Wait, quetzals still exist?
Yes. Yeah, they're in Central America and...
Wait, a what? Quetzal?
Resplendent quetzals.
But that's the specific type of quetzal we're talking here, because...
What's the national animal of Guatemala? It's on their flag and coat of arms.
Okay, yeah, but quetzal's a dinosaur. Big flying dinosaur.
Even their currency is the Guatemalan quetzal. You've never been to Guatemala, have you?
No, I've had pretzels from M&S. I have. I truly have. Okay, fine. What?
But yeah, the quetzal. So they're basically little birds from Central America.
The amount that you backed that up makes me think you wrote that down.
And southern Mexico. And they live in tropical forests, particularly montane cloud forests.
Are you trying to say mountain?
No, montane forest. Like,
What's that?
it's like an adjective, like forests that are up in the mountains.
Guys, for anyone else who doesn't understand, he's saying mountain. He does this sometimes.
Anyway, is it A, crafting wooden resplendent quetzals?
Wait, what? Say it again.
B, flying kites above cemeteries? Or C, walking skeletons consisting of or representing the remains of the dead through the streets?
Pass.
There's no passing.
Okay.
Although if you pass away, I love El Día de los Muertos. It's kind of a cool thing. Like, death is a very scary.
Can you translate that for
time.
people?
It's just the Day of the Dead.
Thank you.
And it can look quite scary at first because there's obviously lots of representations of death, skeletons, etc. But I just love the fact that it's a celebration of life.
True. And what's the film called? Coco.
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
What's the? Thank you, Lara. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Is it?
That's truly beautiful. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
You should watch it if you love it so much.
So is it A? So back to Guatemala.
Let me make it easy for y'all.
3,000-year-old tradition.
It's not B. It's C. Walking the skeletons through the street.
Incorrect.
Rigged. You're so smug. I'm gonna kill you with a pumpkin. What's the answer? It's B,
incorrect.
It's B, isn't it?
It's B.
I know.
It is B.
I was just trying it because if I got everything right, then people thought I was cheating.
It's good you don't speak that good Spanish because barriletes gigantes. Is it
Oh,
gigantes?
giant
kites.
Giant kites. Well, yeah, well, why would that give it away?
Because B is flying kites above cemeteries.
What was the question?
During the celebrations, central to the celebrations is a 3,000-year-old tradition of doing what? And it was crafting these birds, flying kites, or walking skeletons.
Yeah, but why the fuck is Spanish for massive kite come into this?
So if you knew Spanish, when I said is a festival known as barriletes gigantes,
that's what I was looking for.
You would have been like, oh, the festival of giant kites.
Okay.
Anyway, so they fly these giant kites. They're vibrant, handmade kites made of paper, cloth patches, bamboo, and they represent symbols of ancestry and contemporary social issues.
That's cool. Contemporary social issues.
And they soar above the cemeteries. So can you have a rough idea of why they do that?
Yeah, because of the spirits they're floating up. You catch them on a kite, you bring them back down.
Close. So they essentially think that they believe it was a way to communicate with the dead.
Okay.
But 3,000 years ago, they were flying kites.
I bet that looks
cool.
really nice.
Yeah.
I bet that looks really nice.
Yeah, bamboo cloth and paper.
Oh, we should go there and do that.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
Should we go tonight?
I can't tonight because I'm eating but next I'm eating blah blah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm eating alien pussy. But
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's disgusting. Who said that? You're putting words into my head because you're a fucking evil alien lord.
I'm telekinesis and gloop
You
glop.
bastard.
Gloop glop is the
Evil
most
motherfucker.
gloop glop is the gloopiest of alien pussy as well. So I should never have put that word in your head.
That is worse than what I said.
Yeah, but that's what I'm here for.
No.
I'm here to make you feel better about yourself because you bring a lot of shame to your own name.
Why'd
Why'd
you call me a little idiot earlier and punch me in the face then? Why'd you do that?
Funny.
Oh my God. By the way, you know how much I want a soundboard and no one will let me have a soundboard. This guy, whilst I was decorating the set over here with Lara, he pulls out his laptop and he just starts playing sound effects. And it was the funniest thing. And just saying, if this existed within the podcast, we'd have 1 million subscribers already.
No, I don't think this can get much better. And if you agree, hit subscribe.
This does not get
because
better
lots of
than
people
this.
watch the watch rate to subscription rate is actually it's quite high. So please feel free to subscribe.
He can't read the analytics. He's just guessing.
Number 3, the final part of the Halloween tradition. So
the final dance.
despite its colonialist origins, Hong Kong has gradually begun to embrace Halloween. For the whole Halloween American experience, Hong Kong Disneyland is the place to go, with interactive performances from Disney villains who sing original songs crafted for the performances. However, for a Halloween with local flavour, which of the following places holds Asia's grandest Halloween celebration? Not my words. It's what loads of people online say. It's Asia's biggest Halloween celebration.
Not my words.
Is it A, Ocean?
Not my words.
Is it A, Ocean Park Hong Kong, which is an animal theme park? B, the Hong Kong Wetland Park, which is a conservation, education and tourism facility.
I know all about the wetland park, mate.
Yeah. He was the first person in history to go there and have it dry up instantly. His entire wetland, they were fuming with him. He's banned from the whole country.
Everyone unsubscribe to punish him right now.
Right.
Fuck it, I'll go down with this
Just
shit.
drive the podcast into the ground. Is it C, the Nanlian Garden, which is an 8.6 acre beautiful and meticulously maintained Chinese classical garden? Or is it D, the Avenue of Stars, an avenue located along the Victoria Harbour waterfront where you'll find the city's biggest entertainment stars immortalised via handprints and statues modelled on the Hollywood
Boulevard.
Walk of Fame.
Oh no. I committed.
Embarrassing. He did the accent as well. I know this one, Boulevard.
Oh, I know this one. I take this one. Boulevard, of course.
I walk these empty streets on the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Which one is it? Is it A, Ocean Park Hong Kong, B, the Hong Kong Wetland Park, C, the Nanlian Garden, or D, the Avenue of Stars? Where's Asia's biggest Halloween party?
The wetland.
Why?
Because it's gushy.
Is it gushy?
Because it's gushy.
No,
so
come on,
obviously-
walk through them all.
I haven't got time to walk through them all, bro.
We have an
I need to get
unlimited
a
amount of
flight.
time. You've got no... Oh, we've got to get back to...
I've got a flight to catch home.
Oh, we've got to go back to Andromeda 3 back, yesterday.
Look. Oh, wait, was that Alien?
That was yesterday.
What? Oh, yeah, we can still go back to yesterday if you want.
Oh, yeah, these guys have a very linear timeline. So when we have things that yesterday, we can still visit them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, these simple folk. Okay. Well, number A was what? Sorry?
Ocean Park Hong Kong. So what do you think about that?
I think...
An animal theme park.
So
My
Ocean
favourites.
Park Hong Kong is very similar to Ocean Beach. So I think...
By the way, these... Oh, shoot. These are all real.
Language. Ocean Park Hong Kong.
So that's a real
I'm being
place.
rung by the mothership. Don't ignore that. Ocean Park, no. Just because I just don't want it to. I just don't think it's true.
Okay, Hong Kong
That's
Wetland
enough
Park.
of a reason. Wetland Park, I think, is right because it's gushy.
What kind of gushy things do you do on Halloween? Pumpkin carving is gushy as hell.
Pumpkin carving's gushy. Dressing up is gushy. This face paint was gushy. Running around in a hot suit's gushy. Your body's gushy by the end of the day.
Moving on to Nanlian Garden. Too meticulously maintained for a party, do you think?
Are you trying to mislead me right now? You're trying to put things in my head.
I'm trying to get you to say something
Of course, this is
interesting.
too meticulous. And your lead with that is, oh, do you think it's too meticulously well maintained for a Halloween party? This will be interesting. Yeah, I think it's too meticulous.
There's too many clitoris. I mean, too meticulous.
Too much, yeah. I think, okay, it's a possibility. What's the other one?
The Avenue of Stars.
Nah. Because you made me say Boulevard. I think it's wetlands.
You are incorrect. Do you have a second guess?
Ocean Park.
Yes.
I've misled you all along.
I really want to go to this now, like more than almost anything I've ever
Got to get an invite
read about.
first, bruh. No one is inviting you.
So it is indeed Ocean Park, Hong Kong. The theme park has various attractions and rides, including everything from roller coasters to animal exhibits. My favorite.
Oh my goodness.
Including a giant panda habitat, rainforest and polar displays, and an aquarium featuring the world's largest aquarium dome.
Yeah, but do they have a killer whale in there?
So,
Let it free.
between 1979 and 1997, Ocean Park was most famous for its signature orca, Hoi Wai.
Yeah.
The park has housed giant pandas since 1999 and was previously home to the world's oldest male and female giant pandas. As well
Is
as,
it a park or is it a zoo?
well, it's like an animal amusement park. So there's like rides, animal exhibitions. It's a sort of like catch-all. It's just like a massive thing to go and have fun. But as well as being an amusement park, it does aim to merge entertainment with education, including conservation advocacy. I mean,
That's better.
as you rightly pointed out, it was criticised by wildlife advocates for practices including wild capture of large sea animals, such as dolphins and orcas, and the presentation of shows featuring animals performing. But anyway, yeah, I digress. We do love a bit of conservation on this channel.
Yep.
But
You've
Ocean
got your
Park-
own conversation park? Conservation park?
But Ocean Park is known for holding the Halloween Bash, the largest Halloween event in
Everyone's
Asia.
just bashing one off. And
That's disgusting.
Sorry.
Features haunted houses, street shows, face painting, and gory costume
Ooh, and
parties,
haunted
among
penises.
plenty of other Halloween entertainment things. Doesn't that just sound like a big ball of screaming fun?
moving on. So, big ball of screaming Halloween fun.
Something like that.
What do you do on Halloween?
Watch a horror, scary movie usually with the boys. We have parties as well. We've got a Halloween party hosted by George, Chris, and Arthur. That's where George famously fell off his line bike.
Oh, I didn't get
I
invited.
hosted a Halloween party, and they dressed up as cheerleaders. We got really drunk because we played a game called Arrogance, which basically is where you pour however much drink you want into a central jug, and you do a 50-50, whether it's going red or black on a thing of cards
Or you number generator. We did
number
it, fellas.
generator. Could be flipping
Drink
a coin.
responsibly, though.
And you just pour in loads, and if you're correct, let's say you say it's red next and it's red, the jug along with the thing pass on to the next person. So they've got a 50-50 of drinking that, but they already add stuff. And George just a couple of times added a lot of vodka in.
Yeah.
And then I
It was the
served
best
up
night of my life.
and then Chris served up a round of very vodka-y lemonades in flip cup. And then I did a quiet round.
Oh, and the flip cup! I'll stop talking now.
No, don't. I enjoy it.
Thanks.
So yeah, anyway, lots of cool
Wait.
Halloween traditions around the world. If you're at home and you do something special for Halloween, let us know. We'd love to hear about it, your culture, your experiences. Not your scary stories, save those for the end.
I don't
But
care.
just Halloween in terms of your culture,
That's a joke.
because we love reading about it.
That's a joke. I do care. Ask me what I do at Halloween. Ask me what I do.
What do you do at Halloween?
Cry.
Huh?
Cry.
Okay. Speaking of crying,
Speaking of crying, let's let Batch take this away with the psychology of fear.
yeah, why do people love... We've kind of touched on this from episodes from time to time.
Yeah. You got to stop touching stuff.
Sorry.
So let me tell you why people love fear and horror and scary stuff. And actually, it makes a lot of sense when you find out about it and you do the extensive research that I did. Right? Right?
Yeah. He asked
Thank
ChatGPT.
you. Yeah. And he told me to fuck off. So then I did it myself. So the first reason is because you get to explore the unknown safely.
Oh.
Because there's all humans, you know, we like to explore the unknown, like Christopher Columbus going out on a boat all the time. You like to explore the unknown, but this way we can explore the unknown in a safe way because we know it's not real and we know we're not going to get hurt. So that's why we
true.
like watching scary movies and stuff like that. You know, there's no consequences.
That's really interesting, actually. I haven't really thought about that before. That's true.
Thanks, I came up with it. I lied. Right, next. Also, it's a way for people to escape. Escapism.
But to something worse.
But I think it works. Everyone's got their own interests, though, don't they? So, like, escapism, you could say, is like watching Harry Potter. You're into like a wizarding world,
Which we're doing tonight. Come on. Chamber of Secrets.
which you're in like a wizarding world. For some people, they will fantasize about escaping into a horror world because maybe they like that vibe, you know? It's like Edinburgh,
What?
you know.
How is that like Edinburgh?
It's dark and they've got coffee shops and there's fires going.
It's quite Harry Potter-esque, actually.
Yeah,
It's a bit,
exactly.
bit Halloween-y. Edinburgh for Christmas is supposed to be divine, but I imagine at Halloween it's even, well, it's probably less divine because it's less of a, there's no divine being at the core of it. Unlike in
Well, if we were there, there'd be 2 divine beings.
Christmas. Hmm.
Because we are lords. Lords of the stars. We were born to inherit the stars. Escapism as well, as in like, oh, maybe you're bored in your room and you're like, oh, this is boring. You whack on a horror film. It takes your mind off it. It doesn't have to be, oh, you're in a nice world now. It takes your mind off
True.
every day-to-day life.
Kind of makes you realise that your life gives you a bit of enjoyment about your own life because you're like, wow, look at this entire civilization just being destroyed by these aliens and now everyone's been kidnapped and killed and enslaved. And then you turn it off at the end and you're like, oh, I'm actually safe in my own home.
Yeah, it gives you like another look, another
Yeah.
perspective. Oh, that's beautiful, Arthur. Thanks for that. Never speak again. Another reason, which I think is actually pretty damn valid, and I think you'll find it valid. I think we'll find it valid together.
Go ahead.
Social bonding.
Oh, yeah.
How true is that? Watch it, because I would never watch a horror film personally by myself.
Yeah.
But if I've got friends around to watch a film, we'd usually end up thinking horror film because it's more of an experience together and you're all like watching it together, getting scared together.
Yeah, you get the enjoyment of that. I find other people getting scared so funny. Like,
Yeah.
the only things that I genuinely belly laugh the whole time watching is people getting jump scared compilations.
Or me
scared.
telling jokes to you and stuff like that as well.
That's true. You make me belly laugh.
Make you belly roll. I can make your belly rock. Oh.
What?
Take it off.
What?
The robe.
I'm not taking off the robe.
Take off your whole
I'm
robe.
not taking off the robe. 5 likes on this YouTube video and I'll take off the robe.
Oh, we just hit it. Go on. Do it now.
You're not hanging.
I'm going to move on before you take off your top. So, yeah, but social bonding is a very, very valid one. Personally, I feel that
I
in
agree.
the core of my spirit. Because also going to a haunted house and you go to like these scare places, Tully's Farm, you want to go with friends, you don't want to go alone. Otherwise, what if they kill you? All of this and that. And another reason leads me to the scientific sides of things. And then I'll delve into that and I'll never come back. You got to fish me out. Adrenaline rush. Straight up. When people watch horror, their bodies respond with a surge of adrenaline, the fight or flight hormone. This response increases heart rate, blood pressure, and breath rate, creating a sensation similar to excitement. For many, this feeling can be thrilling and enjoyable in a controlled environment, like a movie theatre or a haunted house.
Or a roller coaster.
Or a roller coaster.
Imagine watching a horror movie on a roller coaster in a haunted house.
Bashing one off.
That was so unnecessary.
Halloween bash. Anyway, but that
My mum watches these.
oh no, does she really?
No.
Sorry, my lord. My lady.
There you go.
We'll whip her up in the UFO. We'll take her around the galaxy to say sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
We should get one of those pens that go.
Yeah, forget. But yeah, the physical side of it is literally, it feels good.
That's true.
You get like an actual rush because adrenaline does give you like
Yeah,
a
it
little
does.
high. It's like
when you meet a fan.
Like yeah, you do get like a little bit of a high, you know? It's like
Yeah.
after you finish a workout, you've got a bit of a high, like runner's high people talk about. It's probably adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like dopamine and all that.
You've got the live show high. You want to do it again tomorrow.
I do, yeah. I had the live show.
The live show Lara.
Lara. Who's here today? So yeah. And then we can talk about the brain chemistry in action. Ready? So when we experience fear, our brain releases a cocktail. Not that kind of cocktail of chemicals, including dopamine, adrenaline, and endorphins. Although dopamine is often called the feel-good neurotransmitter, it's also released in response to stress, giving the experience a thrill. This rush of chemicals not only heightens alertness and focus, but also produces pleasurable sensations similar to the high one might feel on a roller coaster.
Oh,
So if you let me get there,
Come on.
I was going to say roller coaster, which is how you like to pronounce it from where you're from.
You took
Your
too long
planet.
to arrive.
So it is quite literally just brain chemistry. You watch something, you get scared, and it's got a similar effect to a feel-good thing, you know? It's like a high. It's like licking the back of a toad. Which you really got to start doing. You need to mellow out.
When we do the South America trip, we'll do that a couple of times.
Yeah. By the way, frogs don't work. I've tried it.
Oh, really?
Or newt.
Oh.
Newt does not work. Just gives you diarrhea. And that's pretty much it. Don't do that. And that's pretty much it. Some people do it to build emotional resilience, but other than that, don't pull that
What
first.
dweeb is sat at home going, that's it, I'm commencing my training. I'm watching a scary movie. Oh, here it goes.
This is definitely something you did. Oh, I need to become less of a pussy. It's
I'm building my emotional resilience, Mom. Get out.
Well, some people watch people kiss to learn how to kiss. Some people watch horror movies to learn how to deal with scary stuff.
Oh,
when I say
God.
some people, I'm talking about
I
you.
need to do something because before
I'm training.
I won't say what, but we were speaking about some sort of social analysis in situations. And Batch was like, you have deep autism. I was like, oh.
Ow.
Yeah.
But that's no secret.
It's deeper than I once feared.
It's growing.
Anyway.
But me, I have it as well.
Fine.
Can you feel that? Can you feel the tingle?
Yeah.
In
It just
your nuts?
reminds me of that TikTok.
Get
of
my
that.
nuts.
It reminds me of that TikTok of that. Have you seen the one where like it's like the girl's TikTok page and she's with her little bro and she's like, so I'm here with Dustin and he suffers from autism and he goes, I don't suffer, I just have it.
Yeah.
Pretty wholesome.
That's wholesome as fuck. And it's
Yeah.
true.
So
Shout out Dustin. Let's get him on the pod.
I'm the Dustin to your, what's her name?
Oh, Hermione.
It's not Hermione.
Oh, I got this one.
Hermione.
Adele.
Hermione. Great name.
set fire.
That was
Okay.
quite interesting. Also,
Thanks.
one other thing in terms of like us liking goriness. So-
Schadenfreude.
No. Oh, that probably too.
Thank you.
The weird psychological interest in us enjoying other people's suffering.
Yeah.
Well, that could be related to this because
Yeah.
it's another evolution trait. If you're, let's say you're a pack of ancient apes, right?
Well,
A
you
tribe of
know, because
ancient
I
apes.
can't be a pack. I can't be a tribe. I'll just be one.
Okay, well, I mean, as a group, you.
Well,
plural,
me and who?
You and the listeners, because I'm involved
Okay,
in
fine.
everything we do.
I am your leader.
You are not the alpha male of the monkey pack. Anyway, let's just say we're ancient humans,
That's really horrible.
and there's one ape dying of something, and it's pretty grim, and half of them have this kind of, oh, this is kind of messed up, but I want to go see.
Kill it,
And
kill it.
And the other half are like, oh, that's horrible. Half of them run away, half of them go up, and the half that are looking see this weird snake creature that they've never seen before, just eating it, biting it, and they're going, ah. And the monkey's like, oh, interesting.
No, because they can't speak
Next
yet.
time
They can't
those
speak
monkeys see that snake, they'll go, well, I'm not going near that thing. I've seen what horrible thing it can do.
Facts.
And the other half are like, oh, I've never seen this before. I've been bitten. So there's a selection pressure upon behavior that's interested in watching death and gore.
So do not,
you can
do
learn
not run
from it.
away. Don't run away. Run at the danger is what we're saying.
That's
Yeah?
why rubbernecking's a thing on motorways. Like people slow down when there's been a car crash because you just have a lot
That's
of people
true.
just naturally have a tendency to be like, oh, I know this is a bit grim and macabre, but
Macabre.
yeah,
What's that mean?
to deal with in relation to death. Dark and scary and relating
You're
to
not
death.
so useless after all. So you do give me like bits of knowledge like that.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, we naturally have because I think it's quite normal to just be like, oh, this is kind of weird. Like, why am I enjoying this movie called Saw, where people's arms are getting chopped off and
Human
there's
centipede.
blood That's too far for me personally. But
Human centipede.
yeah,
3.
there's an evolutionary advantage. So, don't be ashamed of your roots.
Yeah, it's in your blood. It's in your blood.
So go enjoy that gory movie tonight. Go get gushy with the blood.
Not tonight. Don't
It
do
is
it
the
tonight.
Halloween period after all.
No, don't do it tonight. Go because they've got to go trick or treating. When did you stop trick or treating?
Well, I've got loads of younger siblings, and so I think
You never stopped, did you?
probably just when I went to uni, because people don't do it at uni, and you're at uni around end of October.
So you were doing it in sixth form.
So probably when I was 18, I was still taking my little sister's trick or treating.
No, I mean for yourself. Though.
I still asked for snacks when I knocked at those doors.
Were you dressed up?
Yes.
Oh my
Come on, little
god!
sis. And I'll be like, oh, God, give her a little bit more. We've walked a long way. And my little 6-year-old sister's there just holding up the bucket. And then the second they shut the door, I'm like, give me that. And I take it go, next time you get even more if you pout more. Your crying was barely even recognizable as crying. And they're just there like, oh. And then I'm like, come on, next. And I swap masks and I get my other little sister. Because I'm one of 9 kids. Next! I go around the corner and get changed. Bring my next little sibling. Come on.
Okay,
more candy.
I've heard about you. I seriously heard. Because I've got family in Jersey.
I used to ransack houses. There was no candy left. And I would go at 1 minute past midnight on the 31st.
That explains why you
So Halloween would come and there'd be not a sweet left uneaten. I would just be a bulbous orb of sugar.
Which you are still today. So it's good to know that you don't change up top for that.
Come on. Anyway. Speaking of trick or treat.
Oh, this is perfect segue. Let's ruin it. Oh, I'd like to talk about. Anyway. I couldn't think of anything to talk about. Anything.
Oh, it takes me back to Halloween. To
small talk.
Preparing a podcast episode with you every week. Lara actually comes up with all our ideas. We literally.
That's true. Quite frankly.
Anyway, people can't decide what the worst Halloween treat is.
Oh, easy.
Scroll down.
Easy. Poo. Human poo. Have you ever tried it?
I've never had that.
Tastes like shit.
Because when we were coming up for it, we did. Lara's great at many things, but we did actually plan this one. And when we were discussing it, we were talking about what was it? Was it something like some people have razor blades?
Right, yeah, because I spoke to ChatGPT and he said, oh, you can do a true or false, myth or not myth, because, and one of your questions could potentially be, do kids get razor blades in their candy? And I was thinking, that's a bit much to put in a myth or not.
Oh, yeah, you're like, that's a bit dark.
That's a bit dark from ChatGPT.
And then I asked it and it was like, oh, fentanyl. Like, oh,
yeah. Oh, better.
Just deathly drugs.
But yeah, in America, I mean, it's rare, but it happens.
Yes, I think someone opened a Kinder Egg once and there was an AR-15 inside. So... You never know what you're going to get.
I'm thinking of Fortnite. That was not real life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're Fortnite characters right now.
How many likes for us to play Fortnite right now?
Let's do 300k and we'll 300k likes. We'll play Fortnite.
Anyway, first up, this is because it's BuzzFeed and it's an American quiz, we might not have even tried many of these. First up, so we've basically got to choose the worst one out of it's going to give us a face-off, like 2 things. We've got to pick the worst.
So it's like
until we're in a final.
League.
It's like a World Cup.
It's like the Champions League.
Yeah. So the first up is candy corn or circus peanuts.
Have you ever had either?
I've had candy corn and it's very mid.
It's like fudge candy corn. It's weird.
It's the 4 main food groups: candy, candy canes, candy corns, and syrup.
Elf.
Yeah, come on. I got that one, but you know which one you didn't get? But the children love the books.
Okay, I got this. I don't want to live in a hole anymore.
I've still never seen this movie.
I like the views better above ground.
Okay, what's worse? Well, I've never had circus penis, so let's go with candy corn being the worst.
You want to know how I know I can fit in that hole? Because I'm little. Candy corn.
Oh, you just picked for me.
Yeah.
Black licorice or fruit snacks. I love dried fruit. I always eat dried mango when I'm around your house.
Yeah.
Black licorice is vile.
I'm not a fan of licorice, but if I just see a bowl of licorice, I'm going to put it in my mouth because I'm a greedy little bastard. I'll go fruit snacks on this occasion.
I was in Italy recently.
With me.
Went with a few of the boys, and I made everyone an Italian tomato sausage pasta. It took me about 2 bloody hours to make this because it was from essentially raw chopped tomatoes, and I added a bit of spice and all the herbs and ingredients and garlic and onion and I put the sausage in, and there's this weird Italian sausage that just tastes licoricey.
It's fennel.
Yeah, fennel.
Most Italian sausage has fennel in it.
Yeah, and
I'm not a fan.
I
don't like
I
Italian
didn't like
sausage.
it.
You know when they have like a roast, they'll do this Italian sausage, and it's just fennel, and it's just.
I was like, wow, Arthur, this pasta is cooked perfect. It's slightly al dente.
Yeah,
this is perfect, and this sauce it's rich, it's creamy, it's sweet.
Nobody said that. They were throwing up, and
but every now and then you just got a hint of black licorice.
Yeah,
black licorice it is.
Lock in black licorice. Oh wait, what's next?
What?
What?
Imagine Religious pamphlets or floss?
Well, I love floss. I floss every day. So
Yeah, everyone should floss. Whereas
we're talking
not,
about the fortnight emote.
Whereas we're
right?
not necessarily religious. And you
Why
never
do
know
you
what's
say
going to be in the
necessarily?
pamphlets.
True, it could just be a picture of dick and balls and it's just a prank. So let's go religious pamphlets.
As the worst one.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'd rather get floss because I'd use it.
Yep. Water bottle or toothbrush?
Probably,
I've already got a toothbrush, whereas water's actually really nice. When you've got loads of sweets, you're ever like, oh, I feel overwhelmed with
Hey,
the amount of sweetness.
no one's making you eat them all, fat ass. Let's go for water bottle.
I might actually put it on the weight or something. That's like the 9th time you made that.
Do not go fishing for compliments. God, this guy's rig. He knows. He knows.
Water bottle. Oh no, wait, this is the worst one. Toothbrush, I think, because everyone's got a toothbrush, but I like water when you've
What
had
do
too
you
much
mean
sweets.
everyone's got a toothbruch? I use my finger.
Actually, yeah, that's assumptive of me.
No. I meant I use my finger.
For us personally, toothbrush is worse. Would you agree? Sorry, I just made that decision on your behalf.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Oh, soda or juice? Soda. Turns out it's soda.
I'd
I'd
like
rather
a
get a
good
juice.
Me too. Hit soda, because when you've got again loads of
soda.
sweets,
Hit soda on that one, please. Hit fucking soda now. Oh, wax candy or breath mints?
you don't want breath mints mid. What's
I love
wax
mints.
candy? Is it?
It has the consistency of wax.
Oh, really?
I'd-
Do it and then you have to spit the wax out. It's like a jelly bit in the middle.
Oh,
You chew it and you have to spit a bit out. That's very bizarre.
that's effort. I'm going for breath mint.
yeah,
no,
breath mints
Wax,
are worse.
no, wax candy's worse than a breath mint.
But you don't want to be eating sweets and then have this weird, like minty. It's like brushing your teeth halfway through a meal.
It's who says you have to do it halfway? Do it at the end. I love mints. Look.
Oh, okay. Just so
I always
just so we
keep
can
that
move on from
thing
that
on me.
disgusting.
I always keep that thing up there.
Click wax candy, please. Thank you. Next up, pretzels or raisins. You love pretzels
Why do you say that?
because you spoke about having one before, literally in this episode.
I like chocolate pretzels.
Fine.
I like raisins.
Raisins are also fantastic.
Do you know the best form of raisin is when you get it in a cereal and you put milk on it and it goes hard.
Yeah.
It's like candy.
Yeah. Let's
just say it's a good thing there's pumpkins on my lap.
Right. Well, it's rising at an alarming rate, and it stopped after
No, you
an
wouldn't
inch.
even notice. You wouldn't even notice because it's going inside the pumpkin.
Oh, there's a hole at the bottom.
There actually is, but it's pin shaped.
The
Anyway.
perfect shape.
It's a perfect shape. Okay, what's better? I would prefer some raisins than some dry pretzels.
Yeah, me too. Pretzels are worse. Sorry.
Sorry, it's dark humour. Change or pencils? I'd rather get change.
I'd rather get money, yeah. Especially as a kid, like a couple of pennies. It's
Yeah,
a lot of money.
You throw it at people as well.
You need to stop throwing objects at people. Pencils, please, Lara.
Pencils are worse because no one can read or write anyway.
Yeah.
Slime or Rice Krispies? Oh, the classic head to head. I love Rice Krispies.
But I love slime. Playing with slime. I mean,
You're 58.
the problem is that we emanate slime as alien beings.
True, and I need to.
Slime
You
squelch.
remind me, I need to change.
Slime squelches out of you like a slug.
Okay. I know I need to change my robe. You don't have to go talking about it.
Batch when he's happy is like a slug that's been salted. Just this green oozy slime just fizzes out of him. It's so bizarre.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
And Rice Krispies, however,
Are delicious.
They are
Do you know my
delicious.
favourite snack is probably a chocolate Rice Krispie cake?
you know,
Think of that.
Squares, the
Squares go
the
dummy
caramel
thick.
chocolate one.
Caramel.
Sorry, so good.
You can't just say sorry. Sometimes that's not good enough. You know, the caramel. No,
Wait, so what's
also
worse?
I don't like caramel anyway. I wish you had just said the regular Rice Krispie. Oh, Rice Krispie is better than getting slime.
No,
What
it's
are
not
you-
because slime
What
could
are
be
you
in.
going to do with slime? You get this from a sweet old lady who just gives you slime. You think, what the fuck has that come from?
But what happens if it's one of those non-Newtonian fluid slimes and you can have so much fun?
I'd rather a handful of Rice Krispies.
You know what? We'll go with his one. We're aliens and we're saying slime
Let's
is worse.
lock
I
in
can't
slime.
believe
Let's
it.
lock in slime. We got enough of that on our person.
Plastic fans or trail mix? What's worse? I like plastic fangs.
Why do I keep having to choose between these two things?
People always say I have fangs. I've got big canines.
They're fake. Take them out. He
They're
puts
not
them in
fake.
for videos.
So plastic fangs don't actually add much for me.
I'd rather have them than trail mix though.
What's trail mix? I feel like my hamster used to eat that.
Yeah, it's just nuts and raisins pretty much.
It's delicious though. That's a great source of fiber and protein.
You love nuts.
Whereas plastic, bad for the environment.
Actually, if there's a peanut in there, you'd die. So I think we'd have to go fangs.
Fine, hit trail mix.
Hit trail mix on that, although I do love to hike. Ooh.
Homemade goods or granola bar? Granola bar's way worse.
But I don't trust other people's homemade goods.
I do. I gobble them fangs up.
Okay, fine.
Granola bar, please.
That's worse. You know that sucker. You just selected granola bar.
Animal crackers
no,
or
that's not what I
stamps?
want.
Stamps are way worse.
Yeah.
Stamps.
Why is that even a head-to-head? How's this a treat? How's this a treat?
Oh, now we're starting to go head-to-heads with
Okay.
stuff we've already picked.
Candy corn versus black licorice.
Black licorice is the worst thing ever. Black licorice, please.
Lock that sucker in. Let it perish. Sorry, I'm getting a bit much.
Religious pamphlets or toothbrush?
Pamphlet.
Pamphlet still.
You can use a toothbrush to clean stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want to use it on your teeth. Soda or wax candy?
The wax candy was weird, wasn't it?
Wax candy. Suck your mum.
Someone please tell us exactly what wax candy is. I know Lara tried to explain, but she hasn't got a mic. 5
She
likes on this
explained
video and we'll
it.
get Lara a mic.
Wait, Mike, we can't afford his wages.
Mike Gazowski. Mike is icy from Monster Eye.
Mike is icy. Mike is icy. And then
Mike
it's just
is
wearing a
icy from
chain.
Monster Eye.
Mike is icy.
Anyway,
pretzels or pencil?
pencils is worse than pretzels, right? Because you can't eat pencils.
Sure. Well,
Although a kid back at our maths class used to do that.
yeah. Chris. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of pencils on this occasion, please. Thank you.
Next up, slime or trail mix.
Slime is worse than trail mix.
Okay, last time we didn't go with it, but we are aliens. We've got to side with slime at some point. Get rid of the trail mix.
Yeah, but
Thanks. She already did it.
that just means
Wait, what are we doing?
We're picking the worst one.
And what did we just pick?
You picked trail mix.
To be the worst one?
Worse
Yes.
than slime. So you said get rid of trail mix. You kept it.
That
Granola bar
Lara
or
didn't
stamp?
knew exactly what I wanted.
Let's get
Just-
rid of stamps. They
Lara
suck.
understands me and she did it right.
Let's get rid of stamps.
Stamps
They
are the worst.
suck.
No, you keep saying get rid of them, but they're staying. Black licorice is worse than religious pamphlets, I think.
No, religious pamphlet is worse than a black licorice.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Why?
What am I going to do with a religious pamphlet? I'm not going to eat it.
You might believe it.
It's a pamphlet.
It might be persuasive.
It's a pamphlet.
Might make you feel good.
It's a pamphlet.
Might have a good story in
It's
it.
a pamphlet. It's a pamphlet. No, I think get rid of the well, keep the pamphlet.
I hate the taste of black licorice, but I think religious...
I hate the taste of religious pamphlets.
But sometimes it can be interesting, even if you're like, I don't believe it.
I can't read.
But then it could have evil teachings in it.
I don't want the pamphlet.
It
I'd
could
rather eat licorice.
It could make people worse or make people better. You never know. Whereas black licorice
You've got to
is
think you're a
objectively
kid
gross.
knocking on a house. You've got the option to take a piece of licorice or a religious
Which I know I'm not
pamphlet.
going to eat. And I'm like, oh, that's gross. Talking about religious pamphlet. Oh, theology
probably-
time.
Pamphlet.
Are we picking which one's worse here?
Yeah, pamphlet's worse than licorice.
Fine.
Wax candy or pencil?
Pencil's worse. I'm still intrigued about the wax candy. Pencil would just annoy me. I've got so many pencils at home.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Who doesn't
fine.
have pencils at home as a kid as well?
What is a pencil anyway?
Obviously, with the
Stamps.
caveat of obviously affordability, poverty. It's true.
Piss off with
We've
the
got to do
caveat.
it all the time
Trail mix or stamps? Stamps are worse.
because we live in a world that's bigger than our own horizons, Italian.
Stamps, please. Don't use my first name. Stamps, please. Thank you. Religious pamphlet is worse than getting a pencil. I'd rather get a pencil than religious pamphlet.
Fine.
You really want to hang on to that, don't you? Stamps or religious pamphlet? What is worse?
Stamps are
Religious
worth money.
pamphlet. Yeah, stamps are worth money. I would rather get stamps than a religious pamphlet.
So
So
religious pamphlets are the worst.
the worst treat you can receive at Halloween is a religious pamphlet, guys.
35% chose religious pamphlets as the worst. That's probably all-time best.
That's like almost 100% of people.
It's not. It's literally a third. Just over.
No, a third would be 3/4. Anyway, so yeah, that we figured out. This is
Interesting. Wow.
an interesting quiz because I thought it was going to be pure candy, and it just turned out religious pamphlet.
Well,
Who would have thought?
let us know. I always take the religious pamphlets from people when I walk past.
Yeah, and then you spit on their face. I remember.
Well, was
because
it
I
you
with
that was sat there outside and we were waiting for a premiere and I got there like an hour early? And this kid just came up to me and he was just chatting to me about Jesus for ages.
No.
He had this blue bib on. And he was just telling me how much he loved Jesus.
It
And I
was
was
you
like,
from the future.
fair enough. I mean, I say kid, it wasn't like a 3-year-old kid. Just preaching the Lord's word.
How old?
Just a young man.
How old?
Don't know.
Full name?
Probably like,
Address?
I'm not going to give you his details. He might still be there. He's just chilling in Leicester Square.
Yeah, and then he
He just loved Jesus.
despawned when you left.
Loved Jesus.
He spawns into Leicester Square, which is actually first place I met Arthur Hill. Leicester Square.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So that's the quiz. Before we get on to submissions, we've got one more segment, Myth Battles.
Yeah,
We
boy.
thought it'd be funny to figure out because this will cause some serious controversy.
I've got a little bit of bias, haven't I?
We've never done anything controversial on the podcast, but that's about to change. Don't cancel us.
It's dark humor
It's dark humor.
for Halloween.
It's Myth Battles.
yeah.
Who would win in a fight? We've got 5 of them. First up, werewolves versus vampires. This is Twilight-esque.
This is Twilight-esque.
And who's going to win?
I'm always going to say werewolf.
I'm always going to say vampires. Are you Team Jacob?
Yeah,
Oh,
I am
like
because do you
Edward.
know why? Edward, technically, he bites children to make them his wife.
Oh, wait. What do the werewolves do?
They dry hump. They
Don't they eat humans?
yeah. What's wrong with that? Humans are the most evil animals on this planet.
Whoa, profound. So
Thanks.
werewolves versus vampires.
Also, off camera, I am a werewolf.
But werewolves as well are normal other than on a full moon, whereas vampires are just always vampires.
Define normal.
We wouldn't be great if we were vampires because we wouldn't be able to be seen on camera.
You.
We can
Is
still
that-
do the
it's just a
podcast
mirror.
audio only,
I thought it's just you can't be seen in the mirror.
but DSLRs are mirrors. Isn't that right, Laura?
Interesting. You just can't see your reflection though. I think you can still be filmed.
Really?
I think so.
think in mythology, like you can't take a photo of a vampire.
I know.
Can you Google it whilst we're discussing, please?
I know that I have to be invited
Can you take a
in.
photo of a vampire?
I have to be invited in every time I come in here, otherwise I'll perish.
I love sunlight though. I don't know if I could go without sunlight.
You just twinkle a little bit.
All right. I guess.
You would just twinkle a little bit.
Maybe.
You don't love sunlight. You stay inside.
Legend says that it's actually possible
Oh.
to capture a vampire on film.
Interesting.
Add that allergy to sunlight and lack of shadow and reflection. You're in for a tough shoot though.
Oh, wait.
Interesting. So maybe digital cameras is
Difficult.
fine,
Okay, yeah. So you can sort of maybe at
but
some
just
point.
not one with the mirror in.
I don't know if they're real though, so I don't know if it's even a good argument. If I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
'cause
if I'm being 100%
Yeah,
honest.
it's not as if this is an objective fact for any of these. Because you could just define vampires
That's
as whatever
so
you want.
true.
And just
Okay.
go, actually, I mean, that's the problem with this whole thing. Not to get all scientifically anal about it, but you can
But
just
you
define a werewolf as a more powerful, as a person who turns into a wolf that's more powerful than a vampire.
Listen, I love anal just as much as the next guy, but I don't want to go into that.
You could just define the creature as a more
Well, that's the
powerful
thing, because also
version.
if you then go to like different shows of werewolves, different shows of vampires, some of them are strong, some of them are weak. It's like murmur. Overall, I think werewolves are cooler, and I think they would win.
Interesting, I think it's vampires. Moving on.
Agree to disagree.
You didn't like me spelling vampires with a Y.
No, I didn't like you do
Is
that.
that an Americanization that I've done?
I've only ever seen it spelt with an I. I've never seen it spelt with a Y. Why did you do that?
Like pyre logs, like on a pyre, Pyre?
Yeah, I've never seen that done. So,
Laura, type in vampire with a
some
Y.
people say vamper. No, vamper.
Maybe, yeah.
It
maybe
looks
it's
like
just
that would
an
be
archaic,
seen in an old tale.
It's an archaic.
Vamper. Oh, it's a short story, vampire. Oh, it's a work of fiction.
Maybe type in vampire or vampire and it will come up with like a...
Oh, there it is. Vampire or vampire.
She has never been on Google before. You
The
could have
correct,
pressed the down.
look at that. Correct spelling is with an I.
Oh, with an I. Some authors choose to spell it with a Y to give vampires an ancient or cool vibe.
So you're just trying to be mystical.
Vampire is considered an old spelling, but it refers to a different kind of vampire. I mean, again, all of these things, they're not real.
Oh my God. So my kind of vampire, they suck blood whilst your kind suck energy. That sums you up. You're an energy. Have you ever watched, is it What We Do in the Shadows or What They Do when They're in the Shadows?
No.
Because there's an energy vampire on there. It's quite funny. He just trolls people online and he just gets off on it. It's a funny series. You should watch it, guys.
Next up, mummies or zombies?
A zombie?
You
No, a
think?
mummy. Zombies are dumb.
This is a tough one. They're both very similar.
Yeah, but
Mummies are just like wrapped in...
Yeah, I think mummies are a bit more powerful. They just happen to be nerfed by the fact they're wrapped up in toilet
Yeah, they're
roll.
cursed. I feel like the curse helps them. Zombies are just undead humans, whereas mummies
Yeah.
are undead humans with
I think
curses.
they got more power.
So I think they've got more power. Mummies it is.
Mummies.
Witches versus skeletons.
Which is probably the most powerful on the list, no?
You might be right, because they've just got magic.
Yeah, exactly.
And potions.
You son of a witch.
And skeletons are just humans with no muscles or nerves.
Skeletons are stupid. If I ever see one, I'm messing it up. I will not even hear it out.
Yeah.
Not even one bit. And if anyone's dressed as a skeleton on Halloween, good fucking luck.
We have a witch in the family. Isn't it wonderful?
Ghost versus Grim Reaper. So, Grim Reaper.
It's a fight of the death. Well, the Grim Reaper won round one because the ghost died, right? So there was a human versus Grim Reaper.
They've won round one already. Ghost has come back for more.
And
Well, then
Grim Reaper's killed him.
the thing
He's
is,
come back as a ghost, and now what?
the ghost can't die, though. Do you see the note I added in at
But
the
can
end?
death die?
Do you see the note that I added in at the end?
Grip Reaper. Brilliant.
That's my input, yeah. I just think nothing could beat the Grim
But
Reaper.
can a ghost die, or can the Grim Reaper die? When the Grim Reaper dies, who is it that takes? I actually think as well. Don't you think the Grim Reaper is a misunderstood character?
No.
Because imagine dying and you're just in eternal loneliness, and you go. Instead, you go, oh my goodness, Grim Reaper! Oh, you're so scary and horrifying. And Grim Reaper goes, "You're about to pass into the next life. You've lived your life. You've passed away, and I'm here as your friend to walk you through to the next stage."
He's got a scythe.
He comforts you as an old friend.
What's with the big knife thing?
Severance.
Snape.
He's Severance Snape's
He's
brother.
Severance Snape's brother. That explains a lot.
That's why they both rock the black cloak very well.
Potter, turn your page with your penis.
He does not
Page
say
69.
that.
Rub your wand.
Yeah. So I don't know who wins this. I just feel like Grim Reaper is more.
I don't know if a ghost can lose anything because it's just a ghost, right?
But maybe this is a wholesome one where a lot of the ghost stories and ideas of ghost surround this idea of the ghost having unfinished business, right? And it's the Grim Reaper's task to bring you from the past life to
Finish
the
them
next. The Grim Reaper. I'm here to finish you off.
The Grim Reaper's task is to finish you off.
Are you here to bring me to the next life, Grim Reaper? Oh, I'm the Grim Reaper.
I'm going to knock you off.
I'm going to finish you off for real. Don't know why he's got that accent either.
I'm the Grim Reaper.
I'm the Grim Reaper. Hermione.
Oh, no, this is going downhill quick. I don't think we can answer this one.
Neville, I'm here to take your long bottom to the next life.
Your long bottom.
I knew your great grandfather, Nevillimius Longiat.
Oh, God. Scabbers. I'm going to...
Spoiler alert, Peter Pettigrew.
Peter Piper did pick a pepper. Spoiler alert, Peter Piper did pick the fucking pickle pepper. I fucking saw him.
Anyway, that's Myth Battles over.
Nice.
And the final segment, we asked you guys to send in your Halloween horror stories, your ghost encounters, your supernatural encounters.
And no one replied, so... No, I'm joking. They did.
So, first up.
Oh, hey, I'll take it from here.
Okay.
My mum used to work at a haunted nightclub, and throughout the day you could hear footsteps coming from the second floor. One day my mum and a couple of her colleagues slept over in the club and braved going upstairs, but when they finally got up there, the footstep noises stopped. All that was up there was an open window and a table with a lit candle. They weren't even up there for more than 10 seconds and the candle got pushed over out of nowhere and set the whole club on fire.
Oh my goodness.
The only thing that was left was letters engraved on the wall saying, "Whatever you do, don't ignore the footsteps of the devil."
That's very
intense.
extreme. That's a very intense story. That was someone playing a prank, I feel.
You reckon? What, burn the whole club down? With
But as in
that
just
on the
when,
walls?
like, had the candle lit up, was like, oh, this is going to be so scary. And when someone's coming, like, ran, picked up his bag, candle got knocked over and he went, crap, jumped out the window.
So it was you. Sounds like you know a little too much about this story.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but where would they have gone? They were on the second floor.
You can jump out the second floor.
You can't jump out the second.
I've got
Go on
very
then.
springy legs.
Go. No, go.
We're on the
go.
9th floor here.
Oh, use your head. Use your head. Go.
I've got a similar one with the mums working.
Go ahead.
All right, so this one's from Emma. She says, my mum works with nursery children and this school is next to a memorial for a mining disaster that happened over 100 years ago. Every so often, the children are stood waving at the trees where the memorial is. My mum asked them what they're waving at, and they say the men sat on the tree. They can all see these men on the tree, but my mum sees no one there. That's hella creepy.
3 little birds.
They're always the ones that really scare me. If you watch like ghost sightings on YouTube, the ones where kids or like animals
Or
and
dogs,
stuff see something
that other
and
people don't.
shit themselves and people don't, you're like,
Yeah.
that they're too young or stupid as an animal, maybe the kid too,
As an animal.
to be like thinking, oh, I'm going to prank them and be serious and act
Yeah.
well. Like when they see something and panic and like it's serious, that's when I'm like, oh, that gives me unsettling feeling.
Or maybe dogs and children are speaking about it together and they think it's so funny.
Or maybe they can see something we can't. That when we grow older, we lose our ability to connect to the dead. Because babies were in the realm of non-existence far more recently than any of us.
Oh, I don't exist, pal.
You haven't not existed for over 20 years.
I haven't existed for a long time. And although you can shake my hand and feel my cold grip, I am simply not there.
American Psycho quote. Come on.
No, I was just saying something.
Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff really creeps me out, actually. I don't know
Yeah.
how you'd feel as a person working there being like, this keeps happening.
Yeah, that would put me on edge for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to believe ghosts, but that is like, if
The
they're
fact
all
that it keeps
saying
happening, the repeatability, the p-value.
Shut up about the pussy value for once, please. Pussy value's at 0 right now.
You go.
Okay, fine. My granddad, who I never met, passed away around 20 years ago. He was a big smoker and you'd hardly ever catch him without a cigarette. About a week after his death, my grandma was cleaning his house and taking things other relatives might want to keep. No one else was in the house. Then she left in about half an hour and locked the door. She came back just half an hour later, and when she walked into the front room, there was a single lit cigarette in a fully empty room. I've heard about this. Have you heard about, it's quite a common thing.
Ghost smoking.
No, so that is cool. But when people pass away, if they were smokers, some people, like say they lived with this person, they passed away, they used to be a smoker, will say that they can smell cigarette smoke weeks, months later, just out of nowhere. He'll just come and go, as if they can smell them.
That's weird.
It's quite an interesting thing. It's quite a popular thing, being able to smell a cigarette, even years after someone's passed away and they were a smoker. But this one's different because there's a whole actual lit cigarette there. It seems like a pretty cruel prank if it was a prank. So I don't think it'd be a prank. That's strange.
That is strange.
That was such a weird reaction. That is strange. Anyway, what would you do if you saw a fully lit cigarette there? I know I do. Smoke that shit down to the bone. But what about you?
I hate smoking. I'd run a mile. I'd sell the house.
Sell the house, run a
Because
mile.
first of all, now it smells like cigarettes, and second of all, it's definitely haunted.
All right, Forrest Gump.
All right.
Forrest Hump.
Anyway, next up, Alice. My dad died when I was 8. Commiserations. Or maybe not. Because she says, I'm now 15 and live in a different area when I was little. Last Halloween, trick-or-treaters came to my door. One of them was my dad and my 2-year-old son.
Not her 2-year-old
Sorry,
son.
and his 2-year-old son.
Oh my God.
So he ran away to start a different life.
I hate when people do that.
So he was actually a dick the whole time.
Oh, what? He was dressed as a dick?
What a coward.
That's
a horrible-
mental.
that's a
Imagine
horror
that.
story.
You open up. Why? So he knew full well that she lived there. Oh no, she lived in a different area.
Moved and he moved as well.
Oh my God.
So he
just-
probably was none the wiser and wasn't
I wonder if he
expecting.
recognized her. From 8 to 15, people change a lot.
Not that much though, I don't think.
You should have seen me at 8 years old. I had full beard. I had it connected. And now look at me. I'm blue.
Yeah.
I'm fucking blue. That's messed up. That's
That is
not
messed
creepy.
up.
That's messed up.
I'm sorry to hear, Alice.
Commiserations, Alice.
Real commiserations.
I hope Wonderland is treating you well. Moving on.
Yeah.
So this is from Leah from the Patreon, who says, so when I was younger, about 4/5, according to my mum, I used to see this figure all the time around the house. I used to describe it to her as a tall man in a long coat. Looks like you right now.
It was probably me.
With a flat cap and a beard with no eyes. Maybe not you.
Oh,
He used to stand in corners of this house every so often, but only I'd see him, and I'd always point him out by saying, there's the man again. My mum said it used to freak her out.
No shit.
Used to freak her out how calm I was about this mystery man that was just in our house, but he was pretty cool to me, I guess. We moved out about 2 years after all of this, so I always wonder if he's still there.
That is terrifying.
That's another thing where
No
it's like
eyes as well. Why no eyes? That makes
kid
it so much
seeing
creepier.
It's like a kid seeing it, the parents not seeing it.
Yeah, if I was the
Yeah.
mum, that would be so unsettling. Just being like, why can you keep seeing this man in a flat
Yeah, that's
cat with
really
no
worrying.
eyes
Yeah,
in the corner of the room?
that's really worrying. No eyes is crazy. I wonder what happened to them. I wonder who's got them in their pocket.
That was
No,
terrifying.
he's really scared now, fuck's sake.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Thank you for that.
And your one before from, I know you didn't see, but I sort of saw who it was from. I just checked. It's from Maddie, also from the Patreon.
Oh,
Because in case you guys didn't know, Patreon people have priority submissions. So we put this story up yesterday on Instagram being like, give us your ghost stories and scary stories. We've got over 2,000 submissions, which is too much to look over.
That's almost fucking 3,000.
Which is too much to look over. So we just scan through loads, but we give priority to Patreon. We look through almost pretty
Arthur
much all
goes
of the
through
Patreon
them like
ones.
this.
We go through them one by one. So make sure to check out patreon.com/Bash and Arthur to join the Patreon and get priority submissions for that.
I've just read them all.
Have you?
They were mental. Oh my God, I'm literally quaking.
But sadly, everyone's getting bored and clicking off this video. So
Yeah, let's end
that's a good time to wrap up.
Let's end it.
Plus, they've all got parties to go to, scary movies to watch, pumpkins to carve, tricks to treat.
the one time of the year we can dress up as a slut.
Oh my.
And no one cares. Go out there and slay.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. And next year, I'm already looking forward to next Halloween one because we're going to talk about the origins of Halloween, how it started off as a
No
pagan
one is
festival.
still on this podcast
so
right
make
now.
sure you're here this time next year for Halloween special part 2.
Yep, let's hope we're still alive.
Come on. Thanks for watching. Don't get haunted. Make sure you don't get any weird razor blades or drugs or black licorice in your trick-or-treating. Stay away from the spiders.
Spider web.
Don't put a pumpkin up your ass. It doesn't fit.
I'm not falling for that again.
It doesn't fit,
I'm not
Batch.
falling for that again.
You put a chumpkin up there once.
Chumpkin. I put an egg up there because an old man told me it would boil at the perfect temperature.
That thing has not got the perfect temperature.
Soft boiled at best. It was delicious in the
It made a
ramen.
great scrambled egg, though.
Right, let's end the video there. Let's end
And
it there.
he made the bread from his yeast. You know what? That's
Thanks
one
for
the next
watching.
one.
Goodbye.